and welcome back once again to Majik Cat Security Tutorials. So as promised last time, we did our boot screen. Now I'm going to go over how to customize your lock screen on your system. Okay, so we're going to look at my little notes that I made here, and in our lock screen right here you can see that we go to Ect Light DM. So we're going to go there, and we're going to start by, let's get our operating system open. There we go. Let's go to full screen. Give it a moment to catch up. There we go. Alright, so we want to change our lock screen on our system. Now I've added a shared folder to the host, from the host computer, because I have a larger selection of wallpapers and all there to choose from, so we don't waste time with that today. But you can grab whatever wallpapers you like. So first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to go ahead and open up Krita and get that ready. And like I said before, you can use GIMP if you like to. I just prefer using Krita for this. I just kind of like the controls better. I have used GIMP before, and it's an excellent program. I love it. I really like the way this one's coming along. So I'm going to open up our, yes I do. Open up our wallpapers here and give it a moment to be able to display everything. And if it doesn't want to cooperate, that's a shared folder wallpaper that I share through the VirtualBox, the VM, to the machine, the VM there, the virtual machine. So if I didn't put a permission in there it needed to be or something like that, we'll just ignore that and use the wallpapers I already have downloaded. So yeah, that's taking too long. We're not going to mess with that. Perhaps next time. So what we're going to do now is let's go to a new workspace. And we're going to open up our terminal. Alt-T. Alt-T will open up your default terminal. And you know what? Let's do this real quick too. We're going to change this. Let's go to System, Control Center, Preferred Applications, System, and I want my terminal, because I just really like that one. It's more customizable. Alright, so now let's hit Alt-T. And here we go. Now we have our customized terminal that we wanted. Or at least that I wanted. Okay, so let's back out into the base directory, or root directory, for the disk. Alright, not the actual root directory. To the list, there we are. Okay, now we're going to go to Ect. And let's see, let's take a look at our paper there one more time. Actually, I'll just take you there. The next thing we want to go to from Ect is the Light DM folder. Okay, so CD Light DM. All right, and we look in that directory. Let's clear it there. All right, so we look in that directory. You see the wallpaper JPEG. That's the one we're interested in to change our lock screen. Okay, so now let's find us a wallpaper that we like. We'll go back to our workspace over here, and we're going to go to Places, and we're going to go to the Home directory, Wallpaper. We can close that one, and the images are still large from. Yeah, we accidentally hit that with the mouse. Sorry about that. The images are still large from when I blew them up last time. It remembered that. So now we're going to find a suitable image for our lock screen. Kind of like this one. So I'm going to go with that. So let's drag and drop that over here, just to get a look at it. And it's pretty big. Yeah, we're going to be sizing that puppy down. It is 8-bit though. That's good. Alright, so I'll go ahead and close that now. Alright, so we've chosen the wallpaper we want to use. We have that selected. So, and we have our graphics program open. So the next thing we need to do is we need to copy that to our desktop. Okay, so if you remember from last time, sudo cp for copy, wallpaper JPEG, using tab to autocomplete. Okay, then we got to tell it where to copy to. So /home test desk. Now desktop, notice the capital D because that's how it's spelled. Capital and lowercase matters in Linux. If I were to put a lowercase d for desktop, that's not the same as this directory. Okay, so you have to be paying attention to that sort of thing. And we're going to still call it wallpaper.jpg. And let me in 1 2 3 for test dummy, and poof, it just copied our wallpaper over here. See? Alright, that nice ugly wallpaper that sorry developers at Parrot, love you guys, you did an awesome job, but the wallpaper sucked there. It really did. But that's my opinion. Alright, so now let's go back to our other workspace here where we have Krita, and we're going to open that original wallpaper. Doing this just like we did with the boot screen, basically to resize it, same thing. Drag and drop this one on top, insert it as new layer. Okay. Now remember I showed you last time, use your mouse wheel to resize the image in there, and we're going to select your transform a layer or a selection tool, okay, so that you get your handles. Now see, I have to shrink it down a little bit more, and I'm going to grab this and see, there we go, there's our image we want to match it up to. And if you go gently, it will snap to the edges automatically for you, which is great. Then we're going to choose layer, flatten layer. Alright, and we can blow it back up some. There we go. Ooh, not quite that big. So there we have our new image. Alright, so we're going to, I'm just going to go ahead and close it, and it will prompt me to do everything. Do I want to save it? Yes. And yes, I'm going to save it on the desktop. And since we already have the original there, I'm going to call this one 1. Okay. So wallpaper1.jpg. And as I told you before, leave everything pretty much as is. Okay. Let's see here. Well, you know what? Let's do this. All right. Yes, and we're going to tell it PNG. Well, no, this image is a JPEG, isn't it? I'm telling you wrong. Let's take a look. It is a JPEG. Forgive me. The boot screen is a PNG. This one will be a JPEG. So we'll go back to JPEG. In fact, we'll just do cancel. Go back to our original plans. How's that? Krita. There we go. Hello, give me Krita. There we go. Alright. I don't know why it did that. So we'll do close, yes, save, and we want it to be not overwrite the original, so we're going to put 1 on there, save. Don't worry about that, ignore it. Advanced quality. You know, I'm just going to leave everything default here. Okay, there we go. Alright, so that's saved. So we can go ahead and close our graphics program. We can close this. And now do our magic from the terminal. And this is exactly why I went over some of the basic commands in the terminal a couple of 2 or 3 tutorials ago. You should be starting to get more familiar with the terminal now. I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable with it. So we're already in the directory where the JPEG needs to go. We need to change the name of the one that's in there so we don't lose it or overwrite it or anything like that or have any errors. So we're going to do sudo and move mv. Okay, that's for your move command. Wallpaper.jpg, and we're going to change it to wallpaper.jpeg.old. Okay, so now if we go back, you'll see it is, if you can see it through the other writing. Perhaps I should bring up that transparency just a little bit so it's not quite as hard to read. There we go. So now we have the new name, okay, wallpaper.jpeg.old. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy our new file over here and change the name at the same time, just like we did with the boot screen. So we're going to do sudo copy, and we have to go to test dummies desktop. Okay, so from the directory we're in, because remember right now here we're inside ect lightdm, we're in this directory, and so we need to take it from here. So that would be home, and whose home is it? Tests, and we're going to his desktop and the name of the file. And of course it's blinking because it says, hey, you got two named wallpapers. We put the one, hit tab again, and it completes it. And we're going to put it, we're already in the lightdm folder, so we don't have to put a path there. We'll just put wallpaper.jpg, just like it was. Okay, it's important to keep the names the same because that way you don't have to go changing any configuration files. You're simply replacing the image. Just makes it a little easier. All right, so we hit that. Go check it out. There it is. Wonderful. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead, and I'm not sure if, honestly, I'm not sure if this is necessary with this particular change, but we're going to do it anyway. We're going to update grub. I don't believe grub even reads that, but we're going to do it anyhow. Then we're going to exit. Okay, so we don't need this anymore. We can trash it. We already have one in there. Whoops. Actually, we don't want to trash that. I grabbed the wrong one. There we go. Don't need that anymore, so we can trash it. All right, and let's go to our screens here. Now we're going to create a folder called lock screen, and that's our lock screen, so we're going to put it in there. Okay. Now we are going to test out our lock screen. So we're going to do that by logging out test dummy. Ready? Log out. Boom. Look at there. Look at our beautiful lock screen background now. Isn't that nice? So let me in. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Alright, so if we were, let me bring it back from full screen view here. So sorry if you hear the jets in the background. I'm very near two Air Force bases, so actually an Air National Guard and an Air Force base, so we occasionally have the jets fly over pretty close. Apologize for that if you can hear it in the background. So here we are back at the screen. I'm just gonna do a restart so we can see what we have here now. Okay, so there's our boot screen that we customized. So when we boot up, we see our cool little F Society there. Little tip of the hat to Mr. Robot. And then when we get to the lock screen, we have this really cool background for our lock screen. Alright, and we'll log in. So our next tutorial, we'll go over customizing the animation screen that you see very quickly in between those, okay? Alright, so that's all for today. Thank you for joining us. As always, if you have any comments or questions or suggestions, feel free to add them below. And please do, if you're visiting our YouTube site, or my YouTube site, please do come visit my website also. You'll find additional little goodies there that I go over, and some downloads and things, little extra stuff that I couldn't put for you on YouTube. A lot more things on the actual website, which is at www.majikcat.com, and Majik is spelled M-A-J-I-K. Alright, there's no security in the website, it's just majikcat.com. So feel free to come see us and leave your comments or send me a contact, whatever you like. If you have suggestions for a new tutorial that you'd like to learn how to do, or something that you have a question about, do reach my contact form and let me know. If it's something I feel it's relevant, you never know, I might just do a tutorial on the topic and mention your name in the tutorial. All right, thank you for joining us and have a great day.